Good morning, YouTube friends. So there's kind of an unusual amount of traffic on the roads this morning. It's been a crazy couple of days. Monday, the dog got sick and my wife took the day off to take him to the vet. He's got kennel cough. So poor little fat Donnie is homesick, taking all kinds of meds, and he can't go back to his good boy school training until October now, because that's the next time they have an opening that they can slide him into and start him back where he left off. Tuesday, I got sent home from work early because we ran out of work to do. Wednesday, I was told not to go to work because we didn't have any work. And then a couple hours into the day, they called me and was like, hey, can you come put a master cylinder on this bike? Well, there's another mechanic there, and it would have taken me longer to get my boots on and climb on the bike and get to the shop than it was going to put that front clutch master cylinder on the bike. So I was like, Paul can get that done in the time it'll take me to get there, so there's not much point in me coming in. So she was like, yeah, that makes sense. And it's mid-August, and it's this slow that I'm being sent home early and told not to come in the next day. So I know come September I'm not going to have a job. But then I got a call from the boss this morning, but I missed his call. And he left a message that said to call him back. So I called him back and left him a message telling him to call me back. So I'm curious as to what's going to happen when I get to work this morning, because the shop has been ridiculously slow. There were a couple days last week where I did a bunch of tires and a couple oil changes, but 6 tires and 2 oil changes in 2 days isn't really exactly super busy. So I'm not sure if I even still have a job today. We'll find out. I am curious to find out what happened with that Softail that would up and die on me. Well, the customer said it would up and die on him on the road, and I rode that bike in three separate road tests. One was about 20 minutes or half an hour, and the other 2 were over an hour, and I couldn't get it to die on me. And we were going to give it back to him and tell him to bring it to us when it was dead, because I couldn't get any codes out of it. I couldn't get it to do what he said it was doing, so I couldn't fix it if it wasn't broke. And then Tuesday it died when I was bringing it into the shop and wouldn't restart to put it away for the night. So I'm starting to suspect that his fuel pack, his fuel pack tuner that he's got just rattling around loose under the seat, might be the issue, because one time it quit on me right when I started it up to bring it into the shop, and I had started it up and put it in neutral and set it on the side stand to open the door, and it stalled and started right back up. The second time, I brought it from the front of the building to the back of the building, put it in neutral and set it on the side stand to open the door, and it quit and wouldn't restart. It would crank and not start. and I had to unplug his fuel pack to plug the computer in to try and check codes, and there were no codes, and it started right back up with the computer plugged in and the fuel pack unplugged. And then once I plugged the fuel pack back in, of course it started right back up then too. So I let my coworker know that that's what had happened, and asked him to, shake the wires on the fuel pack and see if it died. So I'm curious to see what happened with that. I have no idea what, if anything, is on the schedule for today, and I don't even know if I even still have a job, so we'll find out shortly. If I don't have a job, I do have my feelers out, so I could probably have another job by the end of the week. I don't need to stress about that too much, but it is stressing me out a little bit. Like I said, it's the middle of August. It is prime motorcycle season, and it's been incredibly slow at the shop. And the boss up and bought a dyno machine thinking that he's going to make tons of money with this machine, and he's not. And he didn't like it when Paul and I told him that. But yeah. Pretty much about the time it's mid-August and the shop's so slow that you're going home early every afternoon and being told not to come in, it's time to look for a job anyway. All right, we made it. We'd see how long before I leave. Hope you all have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. off we go, headed home. It's 12:30 in the afternoon, and there is no work happening at the shop, so just gonna go ahead and go home early. I do still have a job, so at least there's that. It's just really slow. It's the week after Sturgis. Everybody spent all their money at Sturgis, and they're just not getting any work done. Looks like I am going to get some extra hours on Sunday to make up for some of the hours I've lost this week, so there's that. Sunday we're going to go pick up the dyno and bring back so that'll be an adventure. I can't remember where he said it is, but it's a bit of a hike from here, and it's going into the trailer in pieces. And I don't know if we'll bolt it down and reassemble it Sunday or not. But either way, I'll get a few hours Sunday riding all over Hell's Half Acre and picking up this dyno. So there's that. And we do have someone coming to train us to operate the dyno. So that'll be good too. For the rest of the afternoon, I'm going to run to the house and hang out in the air conditioning with the dog and have something to eat. Work on some YouTube videos. Things like that. Have a nice mellow afternoon at home. Continue looking for other jobs. Because if it's this slow in the summer, I know how the winter's going to be, and being short on hours like this is not sustainable. Of course, it's right at the lunch rush. Bike says it's 101 out right now. So by 4 o'clock the temperature will probably peak, and I bet it'll hit 105, 107 would be my guess. I probably won't do any kind of update on that. All I know is it's going to be too hot to be in my garage. So I'll probably just be in my at my little editing computer or on the couch with the dog. So I just want to clarify, I'm not afraid that I'm in danger of losing my job due to my attitude or my job performance or my customer service or any of my skills as a mechanic or anything like that. I feel like I'm going to lose my job because there is so little work in the shop right now. The place where I work, the primary portion of the business is that it's a leather shop, and they sell riding leathers and helmets and gloves and things like that. All your kind of riding gear and accessories And they sell motorcycle parts and things like that as well. Um, and then the motorcycle shop in the back is sort of more of an additional service that we offer that also makes more money for the shop as well. But the fact is, there's been so little work the last couple months, really. I mean, weeks and weeks, it's been really, really slow that they may not need a full-time mechanic when they already have a part-time one. Um, so I feel like eventually they're going to realize that the business savvy thing to do would be to let me, the newest guy and the full-time guy, go find another job and just keep their part-time guy that mostly works in the front on the retail side of things, but is also a mechanic and prefers to do the mechanic stuff rather than work out front, simply as a matter of cost versus income for the business, because it costs a lot of money to keep a bike shop open, and when there's no work, it's really tough to pay somebody to just be there in case something shows up. So if he's going to be there anyway, part-time doing the retail side of things, then he's already there and he can just go in the back and do the mechanic stuff too, which leaves me out in the cold. But that's business. So because business is so slow, I suspect I'm going to need a job soon. So I'm already looking. Not because of anything I've done or said to anybody or because of my performance at work, just because there's just not enough work.